Good day and warm welcome once again on EThekwini Matters Podcast. Today we're talking revenue collection. I think many of us are fully aware that for our city to be able to live up to its constitutional mandate of providing us with basic services, whether you're talking about water, electricity and so forth, it requires revenue. That's why today we have decided to invite Ubaba Lihle Ndzelu to talk to us about this subject matter. A very warm welcome to EThekwini Matters, and thank you so much for making some time to talk to us. What is revenue collection?
Yeah, revenue collection, if you ask revenue collection, you ask a very simple one. It's just to collect what you expected to collect, but it involves a lot. You don't just go to collection.
Yeah.
You start, that's what they call full revenue management value cycle. So you start from the opening of an account. Someone who must get services will come and apply for an account in the municipality. Then open the account, get the details of the customer. The account, mainly the account are linked to the property, because we know there's no one who's staying in a space.
Yeah.
Everyone stays in a property. So also there are property rates involved. Then you open an account for services, your water, electricity. Then once we have your account, then meters are put so that they can calculate your consumption. Then from there, we read your meter to know your consumption.
Right.
Then we issue you with a statement.
Every month?
Every month.
Right.
Say, yeah, this is how much you have consumed from us. So now we must pay. Then if you are given 60 days to pay, actually you are billed for 30 days, then you are given to pay within 30 days. Then if you don't pay, then we start to notify you that you are supposed to pay and you have not paid. Then we'll give you a notice, 7 days notice.
Right.
Actually, it's 14 days. That if you don't pay on this date, then we'll disconnect you. Or we'll enforce, let me not say disconnect, we'll enforce credit control. Right. Then you don't pay, then we enforce credit control. Then enforcing credit control involves many things. We can disconnect you so that we enforce you to come forward. Disconnect mainly electricity. In some instances, mainly especially for businesses, can even terminate water. But for households, you can't terminate water. You can restrict water. Right. Then
that's how it is.
That's how it is.
Because we cannot afford to provide a service that is not paid for.
Yes.
Correct.
Exactly.
But tell me something. You know that we have just come out of COVID-19. Quite a number of people lost their sources of income and so forth. Others were battling literally to pay. How is our revenue collection right now? Where are we sitting as the city?
Right now it has improved. Post-COVID it has improved.
To what?
It's
averaging
80%.
It's
averaging at 95%.
95%, which is not bad.
That's how fortunate EThekwini is.
Which is not bad.
95%, yes. Actually, the National Treasury norm is 95%. Then at least we are managing to be sitting there. But obviously, we have to go above 95%. Because the 5% we're not collecting, it's a lot. It's a lot of money.
Look, we have received quite a number of complaints from the public with regard to incorrect billing in EThekwini. Why is that?
Look, I know I will sound like being defensive when I say it's not necessarily incorrect billing.
Right.
It's just that sometimes because we've got a challenge of meter readings, especially for water.
Right.
Then we as revenue, we are expected to bill every month. And we are allowed by our policies that where we can't get a reading, we can do an estimation. And when we estimate according to your average consumption of the previous months. But now the unfortunate part is that this estimation, when we do the actual reading, if it happens that now we do the actual reading, you might find that we have been underestimating your consumption. Then once we put the actual reading now, then your bill will go up. Then that's when now people, they start to complain that the bills are wrong and all that. Yeah.
But now, their complaints, aren't they justifiable in a sense that they are consumers and they would expect you as the city to read their meters, whether you're talking about electricity or talking about water. Now, if you estimate to them as customers, because each and every month they budget, as to how much are they going to allocate for this, why is it difficult for the city to be able to read the meters and bill people accordingly?
Yeah, look, these functions are separated. We, as much as we are responsible for revenue collection and revenue management and billing, but we're also working with the other departments, your water and electricity, who are mainly dealing with the readings.
With the readings,
yes. But we are working together to make sure that we resolve that challenge, so that we might find let's find a solution
soon,
so that we at least we must read 90% of the meters. You see? Obviously, we can't read meters, all meters, but let's read 90% of the meters. But there are processes in place where we are also encouraging customers that take your reading, send it to us. There are emails which are available and platforms which are available for you to send those. Take a picture of your meter reading, and then you send it to the municipality so that the municipality can process it. So it will also assist to eliminate this thing of unread meters and also the bills which are
so-called incorrect billing.
So we call it read your own meter.
But now, Mr. Ndzelu, I have to be honest with you. Even with that, with the people sending their bill via email or via our whatever electronic system, there are complaints that it is not helping. They do send, they've got evidence to effect, but still, they get estimated. Yet they have sent us the meter readings where they're talking about electricity and water. Why is that? How are we going to solve that one?
We have to improve our workflows. How do we work with the departments which are also responsible, of which we are working on them. We have agreed to have meetings at least twice a month. At least to deal with these challenges and find a solution, because really it affects collections at the end of the day. Because you take yourself, if you don't get your statement from one of these shops which are selling clothes, you don't pay. Or if you get your statement which is not reflecting your payment which you've done the previous month, you get demotivated. Why should I pay if they can't? So we're trying to sort out those, working with the departments.
So in other words, we are acknowledging that there is this challenge, but we have got a conversation that is currently going on with other units so that we improve the service. Because these are our customers, and it is incumbent on us that in whatever that we build them, it is in accordance with the consumption. That's what we are saying.
Exactly. That's what we are doing.
We are happy to hear that, and I hope that the public is happy to hear that, and we trust that indeed this matter is going to be solved as soon as possible. But one other thing is the issue of the government departments that are owing the city and state-owned enterprises. I think we have seen in other municipalities. Well, I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to dictate as to how should you go and collect that money. But I think it will be quite important for us to share with the public as to where we are with regard to collecting that money. Because the argument is, if I'm not paying for my electricity, if I'm not paying for my water, the city is very quick for them to go in there and switch me off. But we've got departments that have been owing the city for something like a year. But up to now, the services have not been cut.
Look, government departments, we are dealing with them. There is a dedicated section in the revenue which deals with government departments on day-to-day basis. And it's not like we're not tough on them. We are also tough on them. They get the 14-day notices for disconnections.
Like it happens with anyone.
And for example, one of the departments, or maybe I may refer to it, Department of Education, for example. There are Section 21 schools. Section 21 schools, they've got their own budgets they have to pay for themselves. But Section 21 schools have been owing the city around about 300 million. Yes, as at March. Then
that's a quarter of a billion.
Yes. Then we were left with no option. You know? We had to go to Department of Education and say, look, at the end of the day, it's your responsibility. So if you are not coming to part, then we'll disconnect you. Then that's what we did. We disconnected them, and then they came to the table. Then they signed an agreement for the
so that we don't go around.
We don't go around and make
them,
moves, but we disconnect
we
departments of government departments. But let me also explain that as the government departments normally they pay their current bills. But what they don't pay, it's what they normally query. They say, this one we needed to be resolved. We've got a query. Then we deal with those queries, and then once they are satisfied, then they pay. As a result, if you look at their debt, it goes down instead of going up like the other debt is going up. So they do pay, but we are not fair to them. We're not treating them better than the households. We are treating them the same. We disconnect them, but we are not shaming them.
Like it happens elsewhere.
In other,
So in short, you are saying that government departments, whoever that may be watching this thing, they must pay their bills. They must pay their bills,
and they must be good payers. I mean, they are the ones who should lead by example. Actually, government departments they should not even be owing us.
They shouldn't.
They should be paying. You know,
and then state-owned enterprises?
Same story.
Same thing,
same story.
And then one other challenge that we are experiencing as a city is that you have got people that have got the potential to pay, but they decide not to. For the reasons known to them. How are we resolving that one as the city?
As I've already explained, we implement credit control. But as you are saying, there are those who afford to pay. There are those who cannot afford to pay. But those who cannot afford to pay, there are options for them available. For example, there's indigent support, which they must apply for. If the combined household income, like the father and the mother, the husband and the wife in a house, combined income is 3,700. Then they qualify to apply for indigent.
Exactly.
As long as their property value is up to 360. I mean 650. Then at least they will get 6 kiloliters of water free. 6 kiloliters is 6,000 liters per month. That's a lot of water.
It's a lot,
And your 65 kilowatts of electricity. And then your free refuse, your free sewerage, and then exemption on rates, they won't pay rates. And then, they will also be converted if they are on conventional meter to be on prepaid, free. So there are those options that those who cannot afford and who are falling in this category, then they must come forward and declare themselves as indigent. They must apply to the city. The city will follow the process of making sure that it verifies that indeed these people, they qualify to be indigent. Then once they are there. But it's just that sometimes I think people, they don't come forward.
They don't come forward.
But there is a help for them. Those who can afford but who are not paying, then there is no option for them except to enforce credit control.
But then the other thing would be that in the event that I've been saying, no, I'll pay, and then my debt keeps on accumulating and accumulating. Now I'm reaching to a stage whereby the amount of money that I'm owing the city is exorbitant. And I'm in a situation where I can't literally be able to pay. And the city comes in and cut off my lights, my water, and anything. So what recourse do I have at my disposal to arrange the payment for that particular debt?
The city's credit control and debt collection policy is not only punitive. It also have provisions to accommodate such kind of situations. For example, they can come forward and make payment arrangements. Our policy allows for payment arrangements where you can come, depending on the amount you owe. A certain amount will be required to be paid up front. A certain percentage of amount, depending on what you owe. and then they will calculate for you how much you must pay per month to be able to reduce what you owe and also cover what you are charged monthly.
Right.
Yeah. And then that can go up to 36 months. Yeah. But on top of that, the city continues to make debt relief programs.
Right.
Where, like, for example, the last debt relief program we had, which ended in June, started in April, ended in June. That one had add-ons on the previous ones, where we said you are not only going to benefit by the interest write-off only, you will also benefit by by a certain percentage of your capital debt write-off, depending on what option you are taking. For example, if I remember, if you were taking a 1 to 3 months option, then you honor that. You will be able to get interest write-off and then a 15% of your capital debt. That's a lot of money.
It is.
So that ended in June. We received about 11,000 applications. It's not enough, but if you can get more there is one which is being proposed, but it's still subject of council discussion. So if it's approved by council, then people must come forward. They must take that opportunity because it's assisting them.
But it is also a clear demonstration that our city cares. Yeah. We're not all out there to get our customers now. Yeah, where it is possible, we are able to come up with mechanisms to cushion them under these difficult conditions.
Because we understand that we are just recovering from COVID. Some people lost jobs. They've not found jobs. Others, they got half pays. That's when now maybe they're starting to get full pays. Others, they have started new jobs. Which are paying less than what they used to be paid before. So we understand of those situations. Hence, we've got this kind of.
One other thing, our city is home to quite a number of illegal connections in as far as electricity is concerned, because obviously of the informal settlements that are within the city. And I was very shocked yesterday when I hear from the CEO of ESCOM pointing out that nationally we're losing about in excess of 4,000 megawatts because of illegal connections. And I know that in the city we're also losing, millions of rent. Same thing applies to water and so forth. How is this impacting negatively to the coffers of the city?
It's very bad. It impacts negative. Let's take, for example, on water alone. If we have to pay a bill of, let's say, 700 million to Mgeni Water, and then we're losing 52% water, then it tells you that on that 700 you're paying, already you have not collected it. You have collected less. So it's impacting on the coffers of the city.
And what would be your message to the public out there? Because at the end of the day, we need to. I know that it won't be overnight, but we need to find a way to try and nip the sketch in the bud.
Yeah, let's start with water. Water leaks can happen in many ways. It can happen in your property. It can happen outside your property. But it's important that whenever you identify a water leak, you must report to a municipality. But what is unfortunate, if the water leak happens in your property or after the meter, then it affects you as a consumer or as a customer. Because now the meter is charging that water which is leaking. And that meter charging or that meter reading will be charged on you. So that's why it's important that you must report the water leaks. It doesn't matter whether it's inside or it's outside. Even if it's outside, you must report it. Even if it's in the street, you must report it to the municipality. So if the communities can assist the municipality and work together and say, these are the water leaks, come and fix them, then they will be saving the city money, which will go to service delivery, which will also benefit them.
But also the units that are responsible for fixing that water, they need to ensure that they respond with speed.
With speed.
Do you have conversations in that regard?
We do have in our meetings, those meetings I referred to, which we normally have bi-weekly. We do have.
To talk about these issues,
Yeah, but maybe the other important thing when we're talking about water leaks, which I think I want to also warn customers about it, which they don't normally take serious.
Yeah.
You know, this thing of having one of your systems in the house, like let's take your private room there.
Right, yeah.
You're always having that small leak, which you don't really take it serious.
Yeah.
That costs you. So immediately you find those things, you must fix them.
Fix them,
Yeah, don't leave any drop of water from the tap.
Right.
Don't assume that it's a small drop. If you can close your sink, and then you'll wake up in the morning, you'll see how much water you have lost at night. So it's very important to attend to those, because at the end of the day, they come to you.
Yeah. True. Okay. Yeah, Babu, just tell us briefly, you know, right now we are in the grip of the fourth industrial revolution. Are you moving with times?
Yeah, we're trying, but we're not there. Yeah, but we're trying. It will be nice to be at that level where you will have no human intervention.
Right.
But for now, we do have systems in place. For example, we do have the e-services system, which assist customers in many things. For example, you register on the e-service. If you are a customer, you register, you create your profile.
Yeah.
And then the system will be able to assist you to do things online. You can upload those meters. I was talking about meter readings. Sure. You can get your statement there. You can view your account there. You can also make payments through the system. Then you don't have to go to the municipality, Sizakala centers, queue there, waiting for officials to print you a statement, and then after that you go and pay. You can just do everything there. It saves you also to be going around and getting marked.
And money.
Yeah.
So you are encouraging the public that they must make use of this.
We are in the process of registration. Sizakala centers are assisting people. They must go there, they must register, so that they can use this platform.
And it will make life very much easy.
I mean, when did you last go to the bank?
Yeah, true. Because of this technology.
You are no more going to the bank. You just do everything on your phone.
At home.
Yeah.
On your sofa. Yeah.
So that's what they must do.
Yeah. Okay. The other thing that we see seem to be a problem to most of our residents or our stakeholders, let me put it that way. I own a property, I've got a tenant, and they decide not to pay for the account. Whose responsibility it is?
Yeah, you know, in the past, you'll open accounts for everyone. You'll open accounts for someone who comes and say, I stay in this property, I want to open account for water and electricity. And then, so you find that one property is having many accounts. Right. But as I said at the beginning, that no one is staying in this space. Everyone is staying in a property. And the property is owned by someone. Yeah. Now, what the city has done has decided to move away from so-called tenant accounts. Okay. So if you are a tenant at my property, then I'm responsible for everything, because the account will be on my name. So when you will pay on me, then I must pay to the municipality. Right. Then on default, then we must deal with the owner of the property. So the owner of the property is liable, because now we're only relying, or we're only doing the landlord accounts. We're not opening accounts for tenants. It's only on businesses where they allow some agreements. Right. Yeah. That's okay, because you'll understand, for example, if you take a big complex with retails, there are many tenants there. There's owner of the complex, and all that. But so there must be kind of an arrangement. But at the end of the day, you are responsible
because you're the owner of the property.
As the owner of the property.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are cases where some owners, when the tenants, maybe they let's say they were supposed to be out, they don't want to go out, they continue consuming services, then they come to the municipality and say, please assist us, go and disconnect the services there, so that those people, they cannot have services. Because they know that with those people continuing to consume services, it's going to be their responsibility. Yeah.
As we are wrapping up, is there anything that you'd want to share with the members of the public or all our stakeholders?
Yeah, no, it's just to encourage them that they must really take these opportunities. For example, the first opportunity of debt relief, when it comes up, they must take it.
Yeah.
They must utilize it to try and reduce their debts.
Yeah.
They will also benefit because you continue to get requests that I want to settle my account, but write off the interest. So now these debt relief programs, they assist on that. And number two, we will also encourage them that they must also suggest any improvement they want to suggest. And they must report the misconducts where they find misconducts. Yeah.
Okay.
They must report those things. There are supervisors in every center.
Yeah.
So the people must not be shy to request supervisors. Because it doesn't help not to request a supervisor when you are not happy and report to the supervisor.
Yeah.
You see.
Okay. Pamzile, thank you so much for your time, and I hope that whatever information that you have shared with us is going to be very educational. It is going to empower our residents. Hoping that you'll be able to make some time to again talk to us.
Definitely. Thank you very much.
There you have it. Revenue collection. I think he has painted a vivid picture. We therefore request you to click your subscribe button so that you do not miss the next episode. And we thank you so much for watching.